Good afternoon, people of the great southern land, people of the world. I'm just reading some articles about an alleged proposed bill that is being attempted to be passed through Parliament regarding foreign military, more foreign military and foreign police coming into Australia to help with emergencies. Let that sink in for a minute. Foreign military and foreign police. I'm not talking about the ones that are already here working for a foreign corporation. I'm talking about overt foreign military. And the bill is also giving them immunity from anything they do, civil and criminal immunity. Let that sink in. Civil and criminal immunity for foreign troops in Australia to help with emergencies. In case you haven't noticed, we're not in an emergency. There is no emergency. The only emergency is a tyranny that is being perpetrated by the media and the politicians against the people. Now, some people are confused. They don't understand how a new world order or a one world government would operate. It's real simple. Let me break it down for you, right? Australia and many other Western countries and non-Western countries are all signatory to the United Nations. A big private corporation. Private, not government, private. Okay? When you have, let's say, 12 people at the head of the United Nations who decide all the policies down from the United Nations to all of those countries in the form of legislation or a bill or a proposal, because that's what they are, they're proposals for their corporation, right? You've got 12 people, they make the decisions and the proposals, they get filtered down through the United Nations to every single country, gets filtered to the federal government of that country, which then gets filtered down to the state government of that country, which then gets filtered down to the municipal councils, yeah? Or municipal organisations of the country. That is how easy it is to have a one world government and new world order. That is why all the policies all around the world, in the Western world, are the same. Designed to take away every single human right. Designed to separate the people, right? Designed to instill fear and division between the people. Divide and conquer is one of the oldest and greatest war tactics in history. The other one is deception. The other, not allow your enemy to know that you are about to attack until you are already attacking. That is why the media is feeding you this nonsense, right? Because they want you kept in the dark like mushrooms, so the art of surprise is in full effect when those foreign military and foreign police arrive on your shores and start kicking your doors in. I've seen war, I know how it goes. This is exactly what they're doing. Alright, we're back on. Stay with me. If it cuts out, I'll be back on. Alright, now they're playing with my videos. I don't want this message getting out. Obviously, right? What we have, in fact, is a scam-demic. Not a pandemic, it's a non-demic, right? It's a plan-demic, right? It's a case-demic. It's all about the cases, not even the deaths anymore. Now people are scared of cases, right? And the only reason there's so many cases, or there's not even that many cases, is because they're forcing people to get tested pretty much, right? If there were you wouldn't need to force or ask anyone to get tested. People would be lining up because they would be dying and their relatives would be dying. And even in such a case, they wouldn't have a right to take your rights away like they're doing now. They've got no right to do that and no authority to do that. Okay? Why are they bringing all this out? Why this one world government? Well, control, obviously. Depopulation is number one. All you people, there's 7 billion people, are redundant, right? Optimum for the planet is 500 million. That's a reduction of 6.5 to 7 billion people, right? They want Australia to be down to 15 million by 2025. That's a reduction of 10 million people, and they're going to get it because people are refusing to listen and research and wake up. They are overtly waging war upon you, the people. Overtly. This is no longer covert. But people can't see it because they don't know what war looks like. When they start controlling your food, start restricting your movement, curfews, blockades, checkpoints. Yeah, they are all acts of war. Okay? We need to wake up now and get ready for what is coming. The storm is upon us. It is coming. Get ready for war. Okay? The agenda is going to move ahead. It doesn't matter how many letters you send, how many things you sign, how many people you talk to. Get ready for what is coming. It is coming. It is time to get ready now. Okay? Forget about your courts and all that nonsense. It's all a distraction. The TV's a distraction. Yep. All this law stuff's a distraction. Right. If they've got immunity, civil and criminal immunity from anything they do to the Australian people or any people, yep, that means the people have immunity. It's an act of... Understand that. Okay? All's fair in love and war. All is fair in love and war. Yep, there's no law. Yep, it's you against them. Now, the weakness they have, yeah, is that they are in uniform. Yep, you are not. Okay? One of the things that made Afghanistan so hard is... Okay, we're back on. Right. One of the reasons why the war in Afghanistan was so unsuccessful, besides the fact that it was immoral and based on a lie, is the fact that you did not know who the enemy was, right? You had people in uniform versus people not in uniform. Okay? So what happens then? It results in indiscriminate killing. So you better be ready. Doesn't matter if you're wearing a uniform or not. They're coming for you. Okay? It's time to wake up to what's going on. This agenda is moving ahead, and people need to rise and rise and rise and wake up to what's going on right now. And be prepared for what is going on right now. Not in a week's time, not in a month's time. Get ready now. I hope you comprehend what I'm saying. Okay? But one of their weaknesses is their uniform. Yep, you know who they are. You know who the enemy is. And all of those Australian police officers and Australian military, when those foreigners arrive, I hope you know what side you're on. I really hope that you understand what side of the fence you sit on. Because this is the biggest thing in your lifetime. Yep, your country is about to be taken over. Why do you think they're going to want to breed you out and make all these policies? Yeah, so they can remove your underwear and all that. Because they want to breed you out. Yep. Why do you think face covering's mandatory and now they're making fashion where, you know, it comes up off your top and it covers half your face, or you've got these ones that cover everything? Yep. Because they're trying to institute a foreign law. Maybe Sharia law. Yeah. Maybe Muslim law. And if you guys are okay with that, okay, well, no worries. Let's try it. But if you're not, you better understand what's going on. There is deeper meaning and symbolism to everything that is being done. Okay? Besides the fact that those muzzles silence you and disconnect you from everyone around you. They need to immediately. Yeah? Don't worry about fines and courts. All that, it's all corrupt. All of it. There's no law. There is no law in this country. At all. Right? There's the way of the government and the dictates of the government. No law. There's a dictatorship. So, The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Avoid what is strong. All right, we're back on. The Art of War by Sun Tzu. Principles of war. Yep. Strong and attack what is weak. Makes sense, right? Don't attack big forces. Little bits at a time, yeah? As little unnecessary combat as possible. Waste their resources, right? Their resources are finite. Yep, they have finite resources. Let them waste them. Deception. Make them think you're going to be somewhere when you're not. Yep, make them think you're not somewhere when... All right, we're back on. Break the enemy's resistance without fighting. Yep, the only people that shouldn't be wearing masks are those people, right, that have firearms. They're the only people that should be following the directives of the COVID, because they'll have their guns removed if they don't. So they actually have a legitimate and a strategic reason to comply. Yep. Okay? Play weak so they underestimate you. Right? Play weak so they underestimate you. Yep. Know thy enemy. What are their weaknesses? Well, they're arrogant. They underestimate you, the Australian people. They've got fixed locations. You know where their locations are. You know where they are. They don't know where you are. Right? They're uniformed. They're morally divided because they're wrong. And half of them know they're wrong. Well, 90% of them know they're wrong. So they're morally conflicted. Yep. They've got no loyalty to the chain of command because they know they'll get thrown under the bus the first time anything happens. Right? And there's no trust among the ranks because they know they're in the wrong. Yep. And they're all personally liable. Whether that be in a court of law or a common law court, or just being tried by the people that they harm. Yep. Summarily, arbitrarily, punished, right? Okay, another principle. If he's relaxing, attack him and give him no rest. Yep. If his forces are united, divide them. If you know the opponent's weaknesses and know how to exploit them, you will never lose. Yeah, we just went through the weaknesses. Fixed locations, uniforms, morally divided. Yeah, no loyalty to the chain of command. Arrogance, they underestimate you. Yep. So if you know the opponent's weaknesses and know how to exploit them, you will never lose, according to Sun Tzu. Guerrilla warfare, small groups of attack, right? Small groups. Move in and move out. Yep. Every high-tech problem has a low-tech solution. Okay? Outthink those who outgun you. Outthink those who outgun you. Know your terrain. Yeah? Take the high ground. You've already got the moral high ground. Take the physical high ground. Yep. Small attacks, hit and run. Knowledge of terrain. Deception. Make them think you are near when you are far. Make them think you are far when you are near. Yep. Again, waste their resources. Their resources are finite. They are heavy in equipment. You are light. Yeah, you move light and fast. Right? And envelop the enemy. All I can say is if these bills get passed and they're legitimate, right, which it seems they are given the bills that they're trying to pass at the moment, right? If they've got no culpability, if they have civil and criminal immunity, that means you have no obligation to do anything they tell you. None whatsoever. All right? No responsibility or liability means they've got no right to tell you anything. Yep. Because what happens if you get injured? What that means is the law is now in your hands. Okay? Understand this war has been waged on you for a long time. It's been overtly happening. They've been depleting the resources, the firearms of the people of this country, you know, weakening the people with 5G, spreading fear with this COVID nonsense, dividing the people, masks and media, and dobbing your neighbour, You know, absolute division of everything. Division of man and woman. Yeah, breaking up the family unit. Yeah, they've been planning and doing this for a long, long time. Understand what is going on. There is a war being waged. It's a world war. It's not just happening here, but people need to rise all around the world at the same time. Yep, divide their forces, because if they go into one country at a time, they've got it, no problem. Easy done. Yep, you've got to divide their forces all around the world, right? Every country must rise. November the 11th is Remembrance Day. I will be remembering those before us who forged the path for our freedoms and fought and died for our freedoms and our way of life. I will be remembering them at a shrine of remembrance. I'm not sure where yet, but I will be there. And I expect every single person who lives on this land and benefits from what they have forged for us, from our freedoms, to be there. Yep. Every single person. Because this is not about anything but freedom. Yep. Regardless of the politics of the wars before us, this is about the now, the here and the now. Blacks, whites, Muslims, Asians, everyone, monks, you know, Buddhists. Everyone must come together. Christians, it doesn't matter. We must come together at this time. Yep, if we live here, and we've been living here peacefully and in harmony, and the only people that have been attacking other people in the majority of time is the government. You know who the enemy is, right? Because they're the ones attacking you. Everyone else lives peacefully and in harmony because that's how we all like to live. Yep, so it's time to come together. On the 11th of the 11th, at the 11th minute, for a minute's silence, everyone around the country must not stand at your fucking gate, get your ass to the shrine, any shrine, and come together. On the 11th of the 11th, at the 11th hour, at the 11th minute. Everyone. Please. Okay? There's never been a time in history more important for human beings to come together. Ever. Alright? So I'm going to keep this video at that, as short as possible. Share this video, share this video, share this video. As Cindy Niles said, if you haven't watched her videos, go and watch Cindy Niles' videos. Right? She's brilliant, and she articulates things, and she knows what she's talking about. Right? Why was I saying that? We need people to share these videos because we need tidal waves of information to get into the minds of the people of this land so that they understand what's going on, so they comprehend what's going on, and so that they take action and stand together. Okay? The 11th of the 11th, at the 11th hour, at the 11th minute, be at any shrine, wherever you are, yep, and come together. Doesn't matter your race, religion, sexual orientation, beliefs, political views, right, left, no one gives a shit. Come together and unify for the betterment of your family and your life and your way of life and future for your children and children's children. If you want to survive. If you do not want to survive, if you do not care, if you're sitting pretty in some luxury apartment or luxury house and you think you've got money, your money means fucking nothing in the face of foreign military. They will come in and kill you as quick as anyone else and take whatever the fuck they want and do whatever they want to your children. Yep, understand what is going on. No one is immune. No one is immune. And Australian police and Australian military, I hope to God, for your sake, that you know what side of the fence you sit on, and when the time comes, you know what to do. You have sworn an oath to protect the citizens and people of this country. That is your sole purpose and role. Remember that from this day forward. One job, protect the people. Know what side of the fence you sit on when the time comes. Share this video,